All right. So, all right. All right. No, I get that. I get that. Well, let me ask you a real quick question, though. Right. When it comes back to, like, we're going to take it all the way back to the marriage. When it comes back to the marriage, what do you feel like a man should do to show women nowadays that um that marriage, that he is marriage material, or that he won't waste their time? What do you think a man should do to show that a good woman, because a bad woman, what can you do? But to show a good woman that he won't waste her time and that he is marriage material, what can a man do to show her that?
Just do what he's supposed to do and not complain.
All right. So
and be trustworthy.
And be trustworthy and not complain. All right. That sound pretty solid. Be trustworthy and not complain. All right. Well, we'll figure. All right. That's it. All right, Mama. Do you wanna say hey to anybody real quick? You wanna anything?
I do want to bring up something that'll probably get me killed, but
go ahead.
I don't care.
Go ahead.
So the whole thing with men not being trustworthy and basically subjugating women to a lot of just inconveniencing them a lot. If we look at the Middle East, and men don't even trust themselves around women in the Middle East, that the women are forced to cover up every aspect of their bodies to the point that only their eyes are showing. They're supposed to walk around with these entire things cover every inch. Men can't even trust themselves around them because they think that they will be triggered or like deceived or have bad thoughts, when the whole thing is they should be able to self-control themselves.
I see. So you saying that even if a woman is beautiful and sexy and naked on the beach, she should be free to do that, and men should understand that just because she's doing that, she's not displaying something or not trying to arouse you or intimidate you to do anything. She should be able to do what she should be able to do.
They should have enough self-control and presence of mind to know when they're having a thought that's leading them into a bad thought or perception of them, and they should be able to auto-correct their thoughts and not get trapped into seduction or anything like that. But the problem is that they're too weak and lacking in self-control to control themselves. So that's why they're out here viewing women as villains, when at the end of the day, they have the ability to control their thoughts and control themselves, but they choose not to.
I got you. Now, let me ask you one quick question. Do you feel like women objectify women just as much as men? And I'm asking that because I know a lot of women that tell me that women, they get more hate from women online than men. Like women, going off. Yeah.
It's a never-ending cycle of generational social norms and expectations that were placed, and a lot of abuse that just kept recycling itself. I'll give you an example. I remember one time I was at a previous job of mine. I was working for a different company, and I remember overhearing the CEO and another man who was like in his 50s and had kids and was married, discussing on who they should be bringing to a meeting with another executive. And they suggested bringing me specifically for my looks and not my skill.
I got you.
And that was very hurtful. But stuff like that happens all the time. So when you say that women are equal, they're really not equal when the men control 80% of the opportunities and view them as just accessories and don't view them as skill set or in the same light.
Now, I can say this, though. Since we're on camera, I can say I do respect you for that, because even years ago when I used to tell you to do the same thing, I know you remember, like I used to be like, you are so pretty. Why are you always trying to use your mind? Like, just use your looks. I used to tell you that too.
Because everyone expects you to take the easy route.
I got you.
So when you try to use your brain and then you still get told how terrible women are and how they take advantage, but you're one of the few that are trying to do things right.
Yeah.
It's like you start to view men horribly.
Yeah, I got you. Well, I mean, well, I do thank you because, like I said, I know you personally, and you are super awesome, super awesome. And you do women like you. You're right. Y'all don't get enough shine. The girls that's doing wrong get way more shine, and it kind of scare good men off, thinking that every girl is like the girl that. So I get it. I totally get it. And so we just gotta. I mean, I guess we just gotta do better. You say as a society, or do you think men should do better? Which one you think?
I think men need to have more empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's hard growing up being a woman when you see the way society values certain things over other things. I remember when I was younger, I would rarely get complimented by certain family members. The only compliments they would give me would be on my outfits or my appearance, but I would watch like males in the family get complimented for, doing something great or whatever. I would bring home straight A's. They would be like, oh, well, like I wouldn't get as much credit for something like that as like, oh, you look so pretty today, like the outfit today, blah, blah, blah. Like if I had an off day, if I didn't try hard to look good, it would be like disgust. Like, oh, she looked horrible today. What was she doing? Like, like you should dress up more. Or you should try, like, it's like, but if I was a guy, that wouldn't even be discussed,
I got you. So you feel like a lot of, at least your own personal situation, it came from not being confident because of the home that you grew up in. Like they expect.
No, I don't want to say the home I grew up in. I want to say that a lot of the accomplishments I had were kind of ignored. Like example, I could upload a photo of my college diploma to my Instagram account, and I guarantee you a photo of me in a bikini would get more likes than the photo of my college diploma.
Yeah, and I got you. And but that's why I was asking you. I was like, do you feel like as a society we focus on we focus on something that's
we focus on poor things to value.
I got you.
If I ever have a daughter, I'm not gonna tell her all the time that she's pretty. I'm gonna instead tell her that she's smart, that she's capable, that she can succeed, that she can do things, and not tell her all the time just the only compliments are her beauty. Because what happens is those little girls, they grow up, they become adults, and then they internalize that the only praise that they ever got was their appearance. And so then when they start to age, they can't handle the aging because that was the only praise that they ever got. So now they're going to get plastic surgery, they're doing like we can point out 2 celebrities in my mind that stick out to me. I'm not going to say their names, but who are older, who are using face altering filters. And it's becoming like, oh my God, doesn't even look like them because they're so psychologically damaged by feeling this need to portray a certain image that they're now like old, pretending to be so much younger with these altering catfish filters and changing themselves to look like something that doesn't even look like them in real life.
Man, you are hitting. I mean, even me, working in a nursing home, I seen it. Like women, they were shallow, but like you said, it may be because of what you saying. But like it was women
because they're a victim of that behavior being expected of them and only being valued for exhibiting that behavior.
I agree 1,000%. Like they literally wouldn't leave their room unless they put on their wig and their makeup. And I'm like, you in a nursing home? Who the hell cares?
And that's why they take like 2 hours to get ready.
That's
and they
true.
Put so much effort in because that's what is valued in this society. So I just feel like I think if men just had a little more empathy for what they go through on a regular, because a man can get more powerful with age, but a woman will always seem to be viewed as like this depreciating value.
Age and money. A man can get more powerful with age and money.
Right. Yeah. So well, a woman it's like, and then when she and then it's like she's trying too hard. She's not. Yeah. Oh, she. I had a guy once tell me, "Oh, she has a lot of miles on her." Like, so you compared that woman to a car? That's sad.
I agree, but remember that just goes back to what we talked about in the beginning. When true marriage was supposed to be a woman's purity and her virginity is what a man got. And most women these days, I mean, that's just how life is. Nowadays, there's not too many virgins that's getting married. So, you know,
Right,
it's a,
because there's a hookup culture now.
yeah, no, I
It's
agree.
it's
I
a
agree.
fast-paced social media has made it so easy for people to hook up, and it's becoming to the point where no one's valuing in like interactions anymore. People are just the second something goes wrong, it's an instant divorce. There's no like mediation, or they don't work things out as much as they used to in the past.
Well, no,
Um,
I agree with everything you're saying, but let me ask you a quick question, real fast. 'Cause I know you got to go eat and everything, and this has been late. But do so many divorces, and even and even because I mean, I got a cousin that's a lawyer, and she tell me that 80%. Well, she said that every single client she ever had was a woman getting filing for divorce, not men. So most men don't file for divorce. She in her office, she said not one man has ever came in and filed for divorce, only women. But do you feel that do that scare you that so many marriages don't work? Do it scare you from getting married?
so I think that there's the reason why they're not working as much is because in the past women were more trapped
Mm-hmm.
to keep them going. Also, another thing, like my mom told me that when she was younger, there were laws in place that you weren't even allowed to get a loan without a man's permission.
Oh
She
man.
when she went to get a car loan, she had to have her father as a co-signer because there were laws like women weren't allowed to even get a loan
Oh, I
without a
see.
man.
I see.
So, and in the past, women weren't even allowed to open up bank accounts. So
Man.
so it was like a survival thing. So when a woman went after a rich man, it was a survival thing because she wasn't going to be able to have her own bank account. She wasn't going to be able to, um, get a loan, do her own thing, ever have the security that a man could offer her. So
I
back then it was like survival.
so
And
so
now, they're more empowered to do work and stuff. But as a
but I'm
result
but
of
I'm
that,
but I'm
they're
asking for you.
expected to do so much more.
But I'm asking for you though. Does it deter you from wanting to get married, or you still want your traditional, marriage life?
I think I just don't put as much emphasis on it. I think in the past I may have been like it may have been more of a big deal to me, and now I'm just like at that point where I'm like, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, I'm not gonna like cry about it.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. Well, all right. Last question, because like I said, I promise the last question. My mom, I was telling you about my mom earlier. My mama never had a job in her life. She been a traditional housewife her entire life. It's a lot of
And I'm
women out
jealous of
there.
that. I would rather be a stay at home housewife
Oh well,
than
I guess you answered my question because I was finna ask you which one you think is better, a woman with a career or a woman that's her only job is just be a housewife. Which one do you think is more fulfilling as a woman, a career
so I think it
or
comes down to
raising
not
your
all women are
family?
the same. Some women prefer
Hmm.
certain, if they're passionate about what they do, then they're going to prefer that. But some women prefer, like I personally would rather not have to work
Yeah, yeah,
and be someone's housewife than to work
yeah.
because to me, that would be more fun and rewarding.
Oh, to anybody. Nobody. She like,
No,
I can't think of nobody. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming on, Karina. I know this was long. We have to do a part two. Thank you so much. Go eat. I'm gonna hit you up later, and thank you so much for giving us a
I
woman's
just hope that
perspective.
there's no negative comments. That's all.
Oh well, you know how the internet is, but we shall see. All right. Thank you for tuning in. I mean, thank y'all for tuning in. The Vibe Show. I'm Vashawn. My wonderful friend Karina came on here to debate this. What's going on with marriage? And will it even get better? All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Peace.